was John Lovitz on Saturday Night Live, acting, because that's what we're talking about this time. And we're doing it from a local perspective because, hey, we got the brothers too in here right now. To my left is Brandon Ludwig. To his left is Sheldon Ludwig. Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here.
What's it called that you guys have put together now?
The Ludwig Brothers.
Little brothers.
Ludwig
you mean
brothers,
you have older brothers?
We've got one older brother.
One older.
Justin, but we're...
Is that why you guys became the actors? Because, I was the youngest brother. So I was the guy getting beat on all the time, so I had to get, my face out there.
We needed the attention, so that's why we kind of jumped into it. Justin got all the attention. He's the older brother. We don't talk about him very much.
Right.
Because he still gets all the attention for some reason.
Is he going to be the agent? He gets all the money when you guys
are rich?
agent,
manager.
That's what happens, yep.
We just...
Eventually just sign the checks over to him.
That's right.
How long have you guys been involved in acting?
I've been involved in acting, it's like 5-year anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And for you?
I do more directing, producing. I'm behind the scenes most of the time. So.
Did you get there first and pull him in, or did
he pulled me in?
Really?
No. He put me on camera. Let's be serious.
No way.
We're gonna have to get Mom in here to referee.
I know.
Go figure it out.
Where is Mom? Hey, Mom. No.
How about education? Like, one thing I'm gonna get asked from young people. Yeah, they're actors. How did they get there?
I'm not classically trained as, you'd go to university to become classically trained actor. I went off to the Second City with my best friend, Dave Roberts. And that's where we kind of...
You did the improv?
We did the improv scene. We ran around. We did all the... we did the improv circuit. We had comedy troupes. We did all that jazz.
Is there anything harder for an actor than being funny?
Now, comedic timing is the...
it's key.
It's key. It's
number one
impossible to get, but once you get it, you're good to go.
How about it from a directing perspective? Because now you got to get them there.
I went through Wilfrid Laurier for film and communication studies and got that kind of background behind me. And to get an actor to that point,
he's the smart one.
You need a little bit of training for that one.
Let's talk about what, again, I always talk about young people, and we've got our co-op students do a great job here. If they're sitting there in high school and say, I want to do this, what should they be doing in high school right now? Should it be a lot of literature? Should it be history? Should it be communication? What kind of disciplines do they need now to get them ready, whether it's classically trained or not?
If you want to be an actor, join the AV club. You need to know what happens behind the scenes before you can jump on stage.
I agree 100%,
and do what we do, because it's always hurry up and wait, But if you're an actor and you don't understand what you're waiting for, you'll never know.
I'm guessing you've done a lot of film work, and you've done the Second City stuff, totally live, and you just brought something up in terms of knowing what has to be done. Is the biggest challenge not only getting the lines, getting the emotion, getting what you got to get out, but hitting the mark?
I never hit the mark. I get yelled at all day long for not hitting the mark. That's probably the hardest job.
Yeah. So how do you get the actors to hit the mark?
You have to, oh my God, you go through takes on takes on takes, but eventually you build a relationship with them. As soon as you start to know the actor, you start to get that family feel in it. It eventually just comes out in them. You can tell them anything. You can guide them in any way possible, and it just pops, basically.
Mine's always been a sports background, which revolves around, hey, you did really good, but...
It's always that. Yeah, it was perfect.
Let's
try that one. Try it this way, though?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Could you do it without the swearing? It'd be really nice if you kind of get there.
Exactly.
Is there a favorite project you've been involved in?
I think Canada's Smartest Person. It was one of the favorite ones. We shot 9 Subway commercials for them, and we were in charge of all contestants and everything. And you had to create this
Wait a minute. Subway food, or you're on the subway?
Subway foods.
Subway food,
like the
just
sandwich.
making sure. Not on the subway,
Had a picture on the TTC.
Trying to film it. Wait a second.
Yeah. Now, when you do something like that, do you have the client standing there?
Yes, they're right behind you.
So you think it's great, and they walk in and go, his left eyebrow lifted when he touched a green pepper.
Yeah, exactly. They just whisper something in your ear, and you're like, okay, we're doing that again. And just like that,
Does it get frustrating?
I think I have one gray hair here, and I always get them to pull it out because I don't want anybody to know.
Can't show it.
We're going to talk more about the wonderful world of acting and how it started locally. We've got, we got the Ludwig brothers here. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be back in just a little bit. Still have a Friday to go before the week's done. Only on Rogers. We're Inside Brant. I'm the other Ludwig, Brandon Ludwig, Sheldon Ludwig, and Inside Brant. We talk about the wonderful world of acting from a local perspective. So where did you go to school here?
I went to Waterloo.
Did you?
University, and I had a blast there. It's great time.
Okay.
My best friend lived in Brantford, so we were always in Brantford every weekend.
Was this a great place to learn a craft?
It was good. I mean,
I'm thinking there are characters here.
there are characters, so there's a lot of people watching going on. So
Do you do that? And I don't mean to make it sound kind of like, I don't want to do that guy from inside the actor's studio. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to be James Lipton as I'm sitting here saying, March 2012, walking down the street, woman in a stroller. But as you see the human condition, do you look at people and go, wow, the way you talk, the way you walk, how you handle yourself?
I mean, it really depends on the role that we're playing. You know.
Every time you say something, you give me another question. How many parts do you go for in a given, I don't know, year?
Oh.
Which leads to the
I
question.
wouldn't even know the.
How many
I wouldn't even know the
actors
number.
come in when you have to do an audition?
You do so many you basically see the same actors each time, kind of, but
How do you
it's a
find?
lot every
How do you
time.
find it?
Oh, it's a network. They always
How
tell
do you
who
find
need.
the person? Because you always see those scenes, and are they accurate? Where somebody sits there and goes, "Ted is going to be playing the other part," and I sit there and go, "Yeah, Mom always liked you best," and then you read the
You come
line,
and read
then
it,
the
yeah.
next one comes in, "Yeah, Mom always liked you." How do you separate like who has it?
It's that it kind of just sparks with the person. You see that connection. They feel it. You know, they see that line. They can work with it. It just kind of happens. You know, some people are just dead. You can tell them to read it a different way 1,000 times, and they'll read it exactly the same way. Like, Mom is my what? Wait a second, and you can't even.
No, show it
change
to me
Yeah.
angry. Mom is
Exactly.
my... Yeah.
Same.
Has he ever turned you down?
He turns me down all the time.
Yeah, I know. But did you have to audition for him and say,
He makes me audition every single time for some
Okay.
reason.
Are
I
you
don't
guys
understand.
ever
It just doesn't
gonna
work that
Keep
way.
it a level playing
are
field.
you,
it's
are you
always
going to
gonna
write
level.
something about brothers so you can turn him down and say, I don't believe you as a
I don't
brother?
believe you in this role. Show me some emotion here. Wait a second.
Well, right now we're filming Canadian Star, a documentary, and he actually let me go in that documentary.
Canadian Star?
Yeah, Canadian Star.
And it's about,
It's about bolstering the star system in Canada.
are we going to see this?
Yes, we are.
When?
We're still filming interviews as we speak,
Right.
but post production's happening the end of this
currently
month, starting
happening,
February, and
Okay.
then we should have something together very shortly.
Around
And
summertime, yeah, you should be able to see something on the Canadian Star documentary. Hopefully, we'll be able to.
Do we do
create
enough to
some-
promote our Canadian stars?
It's a
kinda like
shaky
this.
ground.
Yeah. So
We could do a lot more, basically.
you know,
interviewing
for
all
name
these people.
recognition of our directors, our producers, our actors, or even our musicians. You know, you can go to any town, America, and ask them who their American stars are. They can rhyme them off like this: Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Angelina. But if you go to any town in Canada, it's a little bit of a different.
Come on,
story.
It's hard
everybody
to even
knows.
get one in.
Everybody knows Bruno Gerussi. Everybody knows
Yeah, exactly.
Lauren Green.
You know, it's so
Yeah,
difficult.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to bring that attention to light. And
Do you got to leave Canada to get really successful?
some people have in the documentary, as we've been filming it for over a year now with these interviews, and some people. I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but some people have left
They've already left and
And
moved to
Los
California.
Angeles or New York
Before you finished it?
before we
before
even finished it.
Oh, wow.
And I don't want to say anything, but some might have already moved back.
Okay, let's check with the director before we go. Is he believable as a show guest?
Yes,
Okay.
That
He's
makes
got
me
it.
feel good.
Yeah. How did I do as a show host?
10 out of 10.
The best.
On point.
The
I
best
love
I've
it.
been with so
Are you guys
far.
going to come back and see us and show us some footage? Because that'd be great in the future.
Yes.
Oh, we'd love to.
We'd
Cool.
love to. Actually, you know what? You can catch me on Man Seeking Woman right now on FXX.
Brandon, Sheldon Ludwig, Ted Ludwig. We're coming back on a Friday. Dr. Tom Mulder's here for Every Drive Pet. Also, Jennifer Middleton and friends. Get ready for the Pepperheads. And a whole lot more. Thanks for joining us, and as always, for doing it Inside Brant.